Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Everything is Crab. Hope you're all doing well. I've really been enjoying this game, and I just really wanted to do one more video for it. And I've been slowly pushing up the difficulty levels, and it's starting to get actually quite hard, and I'm only at pressure 7, not even halfway up the total difficulty settings. So it feels like this game has a lot of challenge and intricacy that's still to come. So we're going to jump in on a pressure 7 run in Everything is Crab and see where we get to. So I have unlocked this splicing mechanic where you get you get 3 random characters, basically, of the starting characters, and you can combine 2 of them in order to make a combined character. You have less control over your evolutions because you have to choose one of 3 twice instead of choosing from the whole list, but you get twice the benefits. So kind of a cool little system here. I haven't tried Expert yet. Specializations are triggered 1 level earlier. This can get you some pretty nice bonuses, so let's pick that up. And then Chosen and Independent I like a lot. I don't like Spawn of Chaos. I think that this one is pretty risky because you can end up with really poor stats. Let's go with Independent. I did Chosen in the last one. And Independent is fun because it lets you get the branching evolutions without having to fight, without having to kill the bosses. All right, so that was, this is an interesting start. The starting biome is randomized on this difficulty setting. So you can often end up starting in snow or starting in desert. We started on the plains again. Here, I could take antennae. Extra senses are pretty good, but I really like anything that increases your mass. It gives you extra hit points, gives you extra size, which makes your AoE damage easier to land, which is very, very important in this game, at least from what I've seen so far. I could try slow metabolism. It's getting it this early. It reduces our speed, which is bad. But getting it this early is kind of nice because we're going to get a lot of bonus levels out of slow metabolism here. So we're going to take that. I'm also going to run up and eat this mushroom regardless of what it is. Because mushrooms in the early game especially are really good. We have scaling with max HP as an attack on Body Slam is pretty nice. I like this attack reasonably well. It's one of the attacks I have been pretty happy to take because it tends to just do good damage. And then we'll try to kill a few things here and eat all of this stuff. I wanted to get that blobfish there as well. I don't really love Beak. I prefer to have the option to get Trunk. Trunk, I think, is by far the best of the mouth attacks, though Jaws is also pretty good. So I usually like to skip Beak. I will take Carapace, though. Just damage resistance and plating are fine. Of course, you know, I'm still new to the game, so take all of this advice with a grain of salt, but this is what I've found to work reasonably well so far. We should be able to fight this guy using my weaker attack first. I really messed up my attacks there. Just stepping back and forth around him, and then we can kill him, and he dropped a little bit of extra meat, which is nice. I'm going to take more mass. Cheek Pouch is also nice. It has a specialization, which is cool. But just getting bigger is going to be good for this character. We're building kind of a snail turtle guy. And continuing to eat as much stuff as we can find. Looks like there's some food on the ground over here. Whoops. I messed up my attacks there somehow. Took more damage than I wanted to. Alright, I like horns a lot as a secondary attack as well. Scavenger and Herbivore are also very good, but let's get 2 good attacks locked in. I think one of the things that's really tough in this game, as we evolve our little character, is making sure that we have solid attacks. Those are some of the hardest things to find, generally. Because I think that the attacks in the current iteration of the game, are not incredibly well balanced. I'll take another body slam level, just continuing to level my attacks here. And we'll eat as much of this meat that's on the ground as we can. Get that guy as well. Snout prevents us from learning trunk, so I don't really like that. I could get increased size. I could get saliva for feeding speed. I think I'm going to pick up feeding speed. Getting at least some feeding speed is pretty important as well. Otherwise, you just spend so much time standing on these foods to be able to actually eat anything. I like diurnal a lot. The getting increased daytime duration and just extra damage is really powerful, so we're just going to go ahead and pick that up, finish eating here. Definitely want to hit level 12 before the first boss so we can get our specialization evolution. I was hoping to kill that lemur guy. Horns is also really nice because it goes through enemy plating, so it's really good for killing the turtles. And if you can kill the turtles, it's pretty powerful. Here, though, let's take Scavenger. It does prevent vegan, but I haven't generally found... I've never been able to build a real vegan build, which I would like to. But immediately we get some extra value here by getting to eat this stuff that somebody else killed for us. Alright, I could take Carapace for more defense, but let's get Piscivore as well. We have pretty good extra level ups. I need something that gives movement speed, though. I'm gonna go eat this fish that somebody else killed and get the bonuses of both our progress speed bonuses. Then we'll run over here. Alright. So I could get Alpha, I could get Arms. Arms are very powerful to give you feeding distance and access to some good weapons, as well as increasing the damage of all of your damage types. Alpha, I like a lot as well. Size, max HP, all of these are really good for us. I do need more movement speed also, and tentacles aren't bad either. They unlock arm evolutions, but don't give you the bonus stats that arms give you. I think we're gonna go with Alpha here. Just getting even larger is gonna be really nice for the build that we're going with so far. Still would like to find Trunk as a weapon. I would replace my Body Slam with it, probably. Killing all these fish. We'll keep leveling Alpha here. And eating everything that comes close. There we go. That guy was worth a lot of meat. So was that guy. You know what? Let's keep leveling slow metabolism. It's going to keep decreasing my speed, which is very painful. We haven't gotten a legs set up or anything. Getting the first boss coming in. Trying to eat, again, as much stuff as we can. Honestly, this run has only been going okay so far. We haven't found too many of the bonuses that I'm really looking for. Haven't found any of the mushroom bonuses or anything like that. And while I have increased my speed by a lot, or my level up by a lot, it's come at the cost of movement speed, which I haven't found a good way to increase at this point. Did get that boss kill pretty efficiently, though. Very happy with that. And we don't get a branching level up from it because of the genetic we took. I want Scavenger. I could take more Saliva for regen and feeding speed. Let's just keep leveling Scavenger. Still going to be pretty good, especially later on as more like other animals start spawning. Scavenger tends to be very valuable. All right, we've got the tier 2 one spawning, and those can poison you. Whoops. Yeah, we'll just max out our alpha. Eat everything here. I'm regretting not evolving cheek pouches earlier as well. Okay, there's a couple apples over there, and a mushroom. Let's get these apples. Got poisoned by that enemy. Here I'm going to upgrade evolutions and then pick up Chonky. I really like upgrading the size evolution so that you can get as big as possible. Scales, we can pick this up. It will give me heat adaptation, and there's some good bonuses that you can get from the scales. Let's just go ahead and take that. Muscular tissue would also have been good, but getting more damage reduction I think is nice as well. Go get this guy before he eats my good food. Alright, here we go. Got a couple alpha animals. This is what we're looking for. I guess we'll keep taking Scavenger. We haven't had a good chance to actually use Scavenger yet, but killing all those alpha animals is nice. Lots of meat from them. Let's see what's over here. It's a turtle fighting a guy. Got this lemur. Come back. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just level my scales here for more damage resistance. I haven't seen the scales specialization yet. So every 8 seconds on sand during the day, gain a percentage of the progress needed to level up. Progress 10% of my heat adaptation. Wow, okay, so getting on sand is really good with basking. On contact hit taken, stun the attacker. Let's take basking here. There was a desert biome just to our west here. So, and we have diurnal as well. I did get poisoned by that mushroom, but that's okay. We'll heal back up. So as soon as it's daytime, we should actually get a lot of value here. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade evolutions here. I could get upgraded slow metabolism, but let's go upgraded diurnal, because it's going to go with my basking ability. We're some sort of weird crocodile turtle now. Or tortoise, I guess, because we're sand-based instead of... Oh, nice. Another legendary diurnal upgrade. That's amazing. So, not only are we going to do a lot more damage, it's also going to be day most of the time now. And then we're going to get just constant progress. I do want to hit level 24, but I'm never leaving the desert at this point, basically. I'll keep leveling Scavenger. Hopefully, we start seeing that be a little more useful soon. Oh, why is this guy so mad at me? He, like, randomly aggroed and then stopped attacking, which was very awkward, and now I took a ton of damage from him. I need him to actually punch. Alright, there we go. That was very weird. Okay, so I could get Ruminant as well, and then with Basking and Ruminant, we would have a lot of progress, just automatic progress. I could also just pick up Wings. It gives me extra movement speed, which we really need because I've reduced it with slow metabolism. Arms I don't mind either, but yeah, let's just take Wings. Wow, look at our guy. That's so funny. Also, it's so hard to go for 10 seconds without taking damage to make Ruminant work. Okay. We're not getting that much vegetation in terms of food. I could start building Dodge. I could pick up Whining. I think I'm just going to reroll here. All right, yeah, I'll just take more mass. Oh, that guy was still alive. He was hidden under my giant body. Chase that enemy down as well. Spines is nice, and this will also give me a specialization. I could also take plated or carapace, but let's go with spines, because I do want to get these specializations. That's one of the things that our character is spec'd for, is getting those earlier. And I go grab this meat, and then we'll go get the point of interest here, because we're a scavenger, and this was killed by another enemy. Another creature. Turtle down, I don't like, because it replaces your dash. I think that this is generally pretty bad, because it just reduces your mobility by a lot. Stinger, we don't need. I could pick up regenerative tissue, but let's reroll and see if we can get a good higher level upgrade. I could take Forager. It's pretty nice to have extra health food, and poison resistance is fine. Both our attacks are contact attacks. So Sharpen does work with that, and we have some Predator affinity. But I think Forager, just for more healing, is the way to go here. Alright, let's get a little bit more heat adaptation for our basking ability. And then here's an alpha enemy, as well as the Shellephant. Ouch. But this is why we're, okay, I'll definitely take carnivore. We're eating so much meat. Healing back to full here. I'll pick up my spines. Oops, I did not mean to take that hit. But there we go. The spines finish it off. And now we can eat all of this meat, and then we can get our spines upgrade. Let's go ahead and get legendary spines, because we are taking more damage than I sort of want to. And then, do I want poison? What's my ability damage? It's still only 10. Spines are triggered on dodge. We currently have 0 dodge. Okay, well, we'll take poisonous spines. I don't really want to leave the sand during the day to go eat all of this stuff, but there are a lot of enemies there. That guy got in his burrow with that food. That mole is pretty nice. I could get a legendary whining upgrade. Charming, of course, is not bad. We have a lot of gregarious as well. I could pick up just more slow metabolism and level just a teensy bit faster. Let's go with whining. I haven't found the charm builds to be amazing, but I do want to try those more. Well, I charmed one, and then I immediately flattened it. And that's the problem with the charmed creatures, is you so often just eat them by accident, I think. Alright, well, I'll keep picking up more levels in whining, I guess. Just like the comment sections, am I right? Here, I'm going to reroll. I don't want turtle down. Sprint also replaces our dash. I really don't like most of the dash replacements. Unfortunately, Shifty doesn't do anything here. Let's get Cheek Pouch, though. That means that I don't have to spend as much time standing on food, and it also has a specialization. It can work with my charm, because there's a charm-based Cheek Pouch spec. Okay, charming the turtle is pretty nice there. And then we'll kind of run in here and we'll try to eat all this stuff. We'll get some subcutaneous fat. More heat adaptation is good for my basking ability. We've got so many charmed creatures now. The whining ability is definitely doing its job. Yeah, I'll take a legendary spines upgrade. Now we do a ton of return damage. And I have a whole army here. Okay, so now I could get Ruminant, I could get Slithery, which prevents me from getting legs, unlocks Slide as an option here. I could also get Tentacles, which can unlock arm evolutions as well. Let's just get the Slithery because I just want the one that gives me the most movement speed at this point. Oops, I keep accidentally flattening my own guys. I guess that's the danger of hanging out with a gigantic, angry elephant turtle guy. Let's go with a Carapace here. And I'll keep leveling Body Slam. It scales off my max HP, which is now fairly high. Oops. Well, goodbye, turtle. You served me well. Sure, we'll max out Scavenger. I don't know to what extent that's going to be useful in the last part of the run here, but man, my spines are good. Just deal so much return damage. Here, let's go with... I'm going to reroll this, and sure, we'll take another Slithery upgrade. I'll get extra regen. Enemies just die every time they poke me. This guy's not doing that much. Okay, there we go. Now he's going after. One thing I don't know is, does Scavenger work on things that your allies killed? Does that count? Do those count as scavenged food and give you the extra leveling speed? I'm gonna pick up more subcutaneous fat, but I'll level it up because I want to keep increasing my HP and heat adaptation scaling. I have some regen, but I need to find some good food, mostly, to heal back up. Here, I could start taking Reach. I guess I'll take Dexterous, though. Extra cooldowns is pretty good. I need to stop taking a hit from every single enemy that attacks me. Alright, these enemies, there's so many of them in this pile, and we should be able to eat a bunch of them. I think they're kind of bugged out and stuck. Let's get the max level spines. 50 damage return, amazing. There also was one of the, not hippos, capybaras up there. I'll take a subcutaneous fat here, kill that guy, eat all of its stuff. Those are worth a lot of food. And they're also really good at killing things to scavenge. Gonna, like, stomp that guy. Charmed an ally here, which I think immediately got eaten. Run down here and heal back up. Do I want any of these? I could pick up Jaws, but our damage output is going to be higher because this on horns, because this is based on our max health. On Body Slam, rather. And I like that the horns gives me a dashing attack. Hollow Bones. I do want increased speed, but lowering my damage resistance is a little rough. Currently, I have 24% damage resistance, which is actually quite a lot. Losing 5 of that is pretty bad. I think I'm going to reroll this setup, and I don't mind a tail here. Getting more ability power for our poison, but I think we're just going to get chonkier. And here, I will just go with Saliva just for the regen, even though it's a very small amount, but just gonna tank this enemy because we have our, Oh, nice. Okay, I got yet another branching evolution. And so you can see that we've gotten the the genetic that I chose that gives you branching evolutions every 12 levels instead of when you kill a boss. We've gotten 4, whereas normally you would only have 3 at this point, so it's really nice. Do I want arms? I think I do need just more physical and ability stat. Our damage is kind of low. And feeding distance isn't bad either, so I'm going to pick up the arms here, and then I will re-roll this, and I'll level, and I'll pick up a leveled up horns to try to kill stuff a little bit faster. Kill all those enemies. Medicinal mushroom, sure, I'll pick that up. Heal back to full. Gonna dodge all this stuff. We'll go eat whatever that mushroom is. I could just pick up a tail now. Let's just do that because it unlocks some extra tail evolutions. Charmed that turtle. And then down here, I can pick up 3 more regen. The regen is the amount you regenerate every 10 seconds. So it's not, like, super reliable healing. Eating is much more reliable healing. But it's still useful to have. Oh, I definitely want to kill that guy. That alpha. Because I have arms, I could pick up the stoner attack. I could also get poison resistance. I could up my saliva. I'm going to do a reroll here, and I'll pick up better arms for more damage output. The actual arm evolutions I don't really need because my attacks are already pretty good. Just got absolutely obliterated by my spines here. Some alpha animals over here. Those guys just all died. Okay, nice. We get a cheek pouch specialty. I think capacity 2. I don't care that much about the capacity here. I'm gonna pick up provider. So this gives us, has a 0.2% chance, or a rather 20% chance to charm nearby enemies and heals nearby allies, or no, 0.2 times my social value, chance to charm nearby enemies and heals nearby allies based on my gregarious affinity. So that's going to keep all my allies healthy, even if I'm kind of beating them up occasionally. Extra feeding speed would be pretty nice. Would have been pretty nice earlier. At this point, I'm just going to reroll. And sure, we'll take an outlier here. We get a random evolution. I do like Trunk. Do I like it more than Body Slam or Horns? This is a legendary Trunk attack. I think that Trunk is the best attack overall. So it's multiplying by our ability. 1.4 to 1.8x. And if you compare that to my Body Slam, it's going to do less damage than that because that includes my max HP. Compared to the Horns, it's going to do a little more damage than the Horns, but not let us move. I think I will just take the Trunk anyways, and I'll equip it instead of Horns here. The AoE on it is so good, and the feeding radius is also really nice. And then here I'm going to upgrade my Body Slam and pick this up. We'll keep leveling our arms. Trunk goes well with arms because it scales off the lower of your ability or physical damage. And arms gives you both, so it's going to make sure that you always have a decent amount. And then this is going to be 15% of my max HP that we scale with, so that's pretty good as well. Got a lot of charmed allies here. I'll re-roll here, and I could max out my cheek pouch. Let's just go ahead and get that. Then it won't show up in the pool anymore. One thing that's great is you can see how I'm the one eating all this stuff, because my feeding radius is so big, thanks to my trunk and arms. Let's re-roll again here. I could level up the horns more, but I'll just level Carapace for more damage reduction. And then I'm going to... We're near the end of the run, but I think that Carnivore is still just good in this spot. Alright, do I want Ruminant or Tentacles? I guess I'll just take the Tentacles for even more movement speed. And then I could get Regenerative Tissue. I could level my Tentacles. Let's just keep getting more move speed and ability power. Now we're really fast. Because we've unlocked every branching evolution that's possible at this point. I will take Dexterous here. Reduce my attack cooldowns. Oh, man. Just absolutely flattening everything that comes close. In a reroll, and hey, we finally got Fungoid. I do love Fungoid, and we only need one more point in it to get the specialization. Which can be poisoning effects, which we're pretty good at using poison. So this guy is like carrying a crab corpse to me, but I can't use the crab corpse, unfortunately. Okay, I'll take Virulent as well, because we do poison damage in return. We have poison spines, and we'll maybe get... Oh no, what just ate all of that stuff? Some sort of buried crab guy ate all that stuff. Nice, we'll get poisonous spores here, and it's a legendary poisonous spores. And then here, I could pick up more eyes, get some dodge. I could get more ability power. I could reroll. Let's reroll. We can probably get a higher level upgrade. And sure, I'll take Dexterous as well. Go eat this mushroom. I'll level Whining to level 3, and then we're gonna charm everything that gets close. Do I want another legendary poisonous spores upgrade, or do I want to become even chunkier? I guess we'll just keep leveling our poison, because at this point I'm just building for damage to kill the boss. It's actually really weirdly hard to hit my body slam. Alright, let's kill this capybara. Because it tricked me into thinking it was a hippo last time I did this run. And so it must perish. Oh, nice. Robust. This is going to make our body slams incredible. Because we're already huge. It doubled my HP. And then here, I'm going to reroll this as well. I'll do an upgrade and I'll level horns. Revenge is also pretty nice. But just leveling our... Or no, wait, I didn't have horns equipped, actually. So I shouldn't have done that. But here, let's go with a legendary Fungoid upgrade. And then I could do even more charming with poison ticks with the Cordyceps upgrade. Or I could do on damage, reduce Fungoid's next spawn cooldown by 5 seconds. I mean, both of these are ridiculously strong options. But let's go with even more charm. I'm enjoying all the charm stuff. I don't think it's that good. I think I'd be fine just like killing everything by myself here. But building a charmy is always fun. And we got our last branching upgrade. Not that the ruminant will have time to do anything here. Just flatten that guy. You know what? I'll keep leveling Ruminant just for fun. I don't know if it counts poison before the Ruminant tick. Ow! Shoved me into a wall. Here I'm gonna go with strength in numbers, I guess, just to make our charmed units more resistant to the Cataclysm, though I think we're going to kill the Crabkin really fast, because I'm just kind of running at it at this point. And it takes huge return damage, it's taking constant poison damage, and I've got a really good attack, an 80 damage attack. I'll pick up Forager. This is good healing for the boss fight. We'll take that. Because every point of food that drops is sometimes going to be healing food now. And there we go. That was one of the easiest Crabkin fights I've ever had, because body slam plus being ginormous and also having all of those branching evolutions was really sick. So we beat pressure 7 there. Looking at the... We took 411 damage from Bewares, but we dealt almost 4,000 damage to them. Hit level 75, which is really high. Not the highest I've hit. It shows this little marker for the highest that you've hit. But we did pressure 7. We did the whole thing in 1917. 108 mutagen, 180 kills, 2690 damage taken, and 21,000 damage dealt. We only found 3 points of interest, but there we go. We beat a pressure 7 run. I think I might... Okay, so this is lower healing. I'm going to try one of the challenge runs as well as part of this video, because I'm still really enjoying it. So I'm going to pick up one of these challenges. I've done the first one. I could do everything is giant on pressure 4. Odd-numbered evolutions are random, and this is a good... I kind of like these types of challenges because this is a good way to test out stuff that you haven't tried before. Or you can't see what they offered evolutions to until you pick one, which is just you have to remember it. Let's go with the random evolutions one. Choose my starting genetic. We'll be on theme, and we'll random that as well. Okay, 30% increased damage to alphas and more alpha spawns. Tanking some of that damage. Okay, so our odd number evolution is random, but we got Carapace, which is a good one. Trying to stack enemies on top of the other food so we can eat everything at once here. Let me take... I don't like sprint. I'll just take attack area. That's always good to have. Couple pieces of food down there and some over to the west, but I'm going to go for the two that are kind of next to each other. Make it a little easier to eat them. Sure, physical damage. Happy to take that. I do need a good attack soon. It is funny that so far I've ended up with a fairly similar build to my last one. Just Carapace and, physical damage and stuff. I'm going to re-roll here and look for a good attack. I missed on an attack. I could take small, gain a little bit of extra movement speed, and lower my size. I don't really like doing that, though. And I like increasing size, so I'll just take more mass. Unless I have a specific synergy for lowering my size, it just doesn't provide much value, I don't think. I want to go fight these alphas, but I don't have a good attack yet. Okay, we got Chonky. There's one of the alphas. Oh, wow. What is this? Okay. So I think that alpha bee just ate another alpha creature, leaving a ton of food behind. So hopefully that'll get me a good attack. I'm going to go with Trunk. Trunk, I think, is the best attack overall. So I'm going to pick this up. And we'll eat a bunch of this stuff. I don't see the alpha bee guy still on the map pool. I don't want to go too far into the water because it's, as you can see, it slows me down massively. I don't have enough terrain adaptation. But if I can kill this bird before it gets to the pool. Okay, we're reducing our size. Sadly, the bird got into the burrow. Eaten all of these things, and then I'll head out this way. there's this alpha. It's a yummy mushroom, which I'll happily take. I could pick up plated, I could pick up fur, I could get antlers for another good attack. Let's get plated, because I'm actually taking a lot of damage there. So I just want to make myself a little less in danger. Get some good healing here. We've gotten so tiny. There's an alpha creature over here, and our genetic wants us to go kill that as well. Which we have done. Here I could go with more size increases. I could go with revenge for some counter damage. Let's just go with more size increases because it increases the AoE of my attacks. And that's why I like the size increases, because attack AoE is really important in this game, I have found. To make sure that your attacks not only land... Oops, I let it get into the burrow. Not only land, but give you a chance to kill multiple enemies at once. We'll eat that guy. We'll get scales. We'll try to eat this guy as well. Doing pretty well on finding alpha animals and taking them down. And that's why attack AoE is so important, because I was able to kill both of those guys at once. And then let me re-roll here. I can pick up Jaws. I don't mind Jaws with Trunk. I don't really like Nomadic. I just don't think it gives you enough for running around when what you mostly want to be doing is efficiently pathing between enemies. Let's just go with Regenerative Tissue, though. Kind of an alpha fish here. Yeah, come after me. Oh, man. I keep missing all my attacks against this thing. Alright, we're taking a bunch of damage, but I've managed to stack up a ton of enemies. And now we can eat all of this stuff, heal back to full. And get a lot of value. I'm going to upgrade my trunk here. I would love to get back out of the cold biome before the boss appears, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. Broke through plating. But you can see I'm taking 4 damage a second from the cold mushrooms. Oh wait, okay, I can get out of the, or from the cold biome. I can get out of the cold biome here by moving over to this area, and then I'm no longer taking damage over time. Sure, I'll take the Jaws here. It increases my feeding speed, which is really nice, and it is a decent attack. And do I want arms? Do I want wings? Do I want legs? We didn't get to do legs last time, right? Because we did tentacles instead. And I did arms and wings. So let's do legs here. Get myself some more movement speed. All right. I love how many alpha creatures spawn when you have this this genetic. It's so much free food. All these random upgrades are fairly nice for us as well. I need to increase my ability power because right now that's what's holding my trunk back from being powerful, I think. Though here I will just get another legendary trunk upgrade. The multiplier on the damage on the trunk upgrade is just so strong. Reducing my size does hurt. Wow, big fish that just spawned out of that there. And I guess we're doing spines again. We don't have as much health, but I still think that spines are very powerful because you're pretty likely to take hits. It is funny that I've ended up in very similar builds 2 runs in a row, even though this one has random evolutions, but that's what the game's given me. Oops, I'm timing this, like, exactly wrong. There we go. Eating all this food. A little more feeding speed would be nice as well. Trying to kill this guy if I can. Yeah, we'll take a legendary trunk upgrade. And I'm gonna head over here. Miss that guy. Some form of healing would also be really good for me right now. Oh, look at all of these, like, peaceful... These guys just sort of peacefully hanging out in the forest. Well, I'm here to ruin that. Just sidestepping those guys until you can take them out, attack while they're attacking is how you fight them. Okay, let's get a fungoid upgrade, and then I can get a lot of mushrooms, and then we can become the mushroom master. That's one of my favorite builds and one of the most fun, just getting all the mushroom stuff. Eating that mushroom, even though it's a complete mystery and it might be poisonous, but I don't care. Nice. Getting a stomach is actually very helpful here because it's a huge increase to your feeding speed, which is very important in this game. It just lets you spend less, like, waste less time just hanging out, doing nothing. Also, I basically eat every single mushroom, whether they're poisonous or not. So I don't even end up looking at them. The mushroom identification thing only matters if you're not going to eat it, if it's bad for you. And I'm not about that life. Okay, we could do basking again with the scale specialization. We have... What's my heat adaptation? Pretty good already, right? 72%. I could level my legs. I could get saliva. Let's get basking though, because we're right next to a desert biome. So we just ended up in the exact same build twice. I'm not diurnal this time. I'm not gonna get the spit attack. I am gonna go eat this food before I run over to the sand biome though. Eat that mushroom. Here, I do want more regeneration. I want more feeding speed. Poisonous saliva is pretty good because we are using jaws as our weapon, so it would give me poison damage access. Yeah, we'll just take saliva here. Eat this mushroom. Go fight this turtle. Who's gonna take forever to take down, so I'm gonna kind of leave him alone for a second while I kill that guy. Level our saliva some more. Some good out-of-context phrases in this game as well. This enemy is somewhat hard to fight if you have slow attacks like we do, and we've reduced our size a lot, so our range isn't great on all our attacks. I don't know what that mushroom does. It might do a lot of damage to me, but I'm okay with that. I do like Leap. Leap is one of the jumps I actually like trading my basic dash for. On the other hand, I could just level Spines. I could get a legendary Spines and do a bunch of return damage. Let's go with Leap. I'll level this. We can get a specialization. Now, the best specialization for Leap, I think, is the one that gives you free food in the snow, and we want to stay in the sand. I think this actually is a spot where we can become our ruminant early, though, and get value from it. And as long as I don't take too many hits, and I have Leap to help prevent that, I'll actually get decent progress from ruminant. Gotta dodge there, gotta dodge there. Here, I could level my jaws, have them deal quite a bit more damage. It's like a 33% damage increase, as well as feeding speed. I could also get subcutaneous fat. Let's get fatter, because I want more max HP, and it gives me heat adaptation for basking. No, I took damage. So that ruined my ruminant upgrades. Sure, we'll pick up Cortex. I don't know if eating a poison mushroom counts to turn off ruminant. Hopefully it doesn't. But we're going to keep eating mushrooms, of course, every time we see them. And here, I'm going to go with upgraded Legendary Scavenger, 75% extra progress from that is really good value. You don't need to level that type of upgrade that much, I don't think. But here we go. We're getting the scavenger value immediately. I'm gonna not equip the antlers. I like my current weapon set better. I don't actually have to stay in the sand biome during the night, because basking only works during the day. But let's just go with even more mass. If I find a place where the sand biome borders a winter biome, and I get the upgrade, then... you don't have a burrow, because the other guy's in the burrow. And I get the upgrade for Leap that lets me create food in the snow biome, then I can use... I can just move back and forth, depending on whether it's night or day. So, kind of looking for a border where the sand biome meets the snow biome. Which is a possible thing to happen. Oops, left that mushroom back there. Alright, I'll keep leveling Ruminant here, and we can get even more level ups from it as I just kind of wander around. I have a decent amount of prey affinity currently. Alright, I'm going to take Turtle down, but I'm going to leave Leap as my dash here. Oops. Took that hit. But now we're getting passive income from basking. So the nice thing is when I don't take a hit, I get passive income. If I do take a hit, I still get passive income. I could take a Legendary Scavenger upgrade. That's pretty nice, going from 75 to 150%. I guess I'll take it, just because it's Legendary. Then I'll try to find some dead animals to eat. Alright, there's some water. That's not snow. We got even smaller. Those guys do drop a lot of fish. Oh, there we go. That's some scavengeable food. Get away from my food. Okay, I do want a legendary fungoid upgrade for way more mushrooms. We'll take Cheek Pouch as well, just means less time wasted here. It's so funny that I've ended up in basically the same build. Oh, wow. My jaws didn't actually deal even that much damage. My damage, I will say, is not amazing currently. Give me that mushroom. Give me that mushroom. Eating all the mushrooms, whether they're good for me or not. Another thing I don't know is if vegetation... okay, vegetation progress does count mushrooms. So I am gonna do an herbivore level because we're spawning all these mushrooms, so we should get a lot of value out of mushroom. Mushrooms giving us extra food. Sure, we'll pick up forager. Keep running around, looking for more dead animals. I'm gonna eat this poisonous mushroom anyways. I will get more heat adaptation. Every mushroom I've eaten is poisonous so far. All right, we've got sharpen. That's good for my attacks. And we're gonna have to fight a boss at night here. All right, I definitely want Hump because it's gonna increase my max HP, very important. Not as important as it was last run, where our weapon scaled off our max HP. Hey, it ate my food. Trying to kill this crab tar. I need to remember with the leaf that I need to not tap it. I need to hold it so I stay invincible for longer. Like so. Alright, there we go. A little harder because my character is so small this time around. But we did get there. And do I want arms to make my trunk better? Do I want to, again, become the alpha? Do I want wings? I think we're going to go with arms. I just want more damage on my weapon. Oh, come back. Alright, I don't need to actually stay in the sand biome right now because it's not daytime. Just eating infinite poisoned mushrooms. There's another one up here. And yeah, let's get more movement speed with my legs. Come back. Carapace, sure. More damage resistance, always good. Here, I could get some regen. I could get a social attack to charm. Let me reroll. I think I can do better than this. I'm gonna reroll again. And I will pick up plated. Just a little bit more damage resistance. Never hurt anyone. The stinging mushroom dealing just a little bit of damage. Okay, so I actually have negative size, right? So my dodge chance is gonna be 45%. Pretty cool. Dodge is, I guess, capped at 75. Do I want to become a stoner? We currently have Jaws as our weapon, and honestly, it hasn't been that great. I tried the stoner attack very briefly in my first run, in my first video, but let's get a legendary stoner upgrade, and I'm gonna try it instead of the jaws here, and see how good it is. Okay, it's hard to aim, I have to say that. And honestly, the damage isn't amazing, so I'm still not, you know, blown away by it. Sure, we'll take the antennae. Yeah, I think I would rather just have a decent normal attack here. I'm gonna get my legs specialization, and I already have arms, so I can't be bipedal, but I can become an arthropod. It does make me more carcinized, which means I take increased damage, and the bosses get more dangerous as well. But food gets more powerful the more crab-like you are as well. Increased food rarity. At first I misread that. I thought it meant like food was rarer. Okay, do I want to just build exactly the same build? Physical damage and scale with max HP? Probably do, right? Because I don't like the stones here. So let's go ahead and do body slam and trunk as our weapons again. And I'm gonna level up my leap here, get the cooldown on that lower. Still haven't gotten the oh, actually, my body slam is way too short-ranged to be useful. You can see it only hits in, like, this tiny, tiny area. So I think, I actually can't use that as my weapon. It's just too small. When we're this small. Yeah, also, the damage is fine, but not, you know, unbelievable in any way. So let's go ahead and move Trunk back to first, and I think I will go with... Could try Spit. What's my ability? Point 16.5. Stoner is fine as well. It's a hybrid attack. You know what? Let's stick with the stones for now. I'm just gonna keep trying that, and then I'm gonna pick up Plated here. I also left the sand biome just so I could eat all of that delicious ground meat. Actually, Spur could be interesting as well. I currently have no stones is the problem with this attack. I just don't think that this attack is good enough to justify the fact that it also requires ammo. It's hard to use because you have to hold it down to aim it. And it takes ammo. We'll take arms here. Eat that mushroom. Eat that mushroom. Yeah, maybe it's just back to jaws because they at least give me... Or I can try claws. So let's actually try that, and we'll see how that works. It at least is faster than the body slam. Still really short range, which makes it, again, very awkward to use. Trunk having such a wide swing arc is what makes it powerful here. I'm actually taking a lot of poison damage, so I need to be a little careful. Because I don't have that much healing currently. I could level up the Stoner and go back to that if I want to keep trying it. Let's give it another try. Oh, whoops, I needed to actually equip it, though. But I keep getting legendary versions of the Stoner attack, so... I think that's fine. Otherwise known as, you know, my teenage years. Alright, and then we've got the crabkin. I might level up in time. Let's go with... I'm actually just going to get bigger because I want the... It decreases my dodge. I'm going to eat all these mushrooms and just hope they're good for me. And, okay, let's fix... No, I think I'm going to stick with the claws. They just do enough damage that I think it's worth sticking with them. We'll pick up arms. An arm level up. Keep hitting this crabkin. Enough of the mushrooms are poisonous that it's really dangerous to keep eating these, but I can't help it. I just have to. I'll get more dodge here. It's the only combat relevant stat. Slow metabolism, a really bad find at this point, I have to say. And I'll take some more regen. Sure, we'll take some more dodge. I am getting a lot of levels still, though. With 191 health, I think maybe I will just swap for the body slam, even if I can only use it when I'm directly on top of the enemy. And I'm gonna get a legendary diurnal upgrade, because that'll increase my damage. Yeah, because it just does so much damage. No, I need to stay in the sand, where all my mushrooms are. We'll pass on that. Need to damage this thing. There we go. It's taking a lot of hits here. And there we go. Despite the horde of units, we were able to beat the challenge here. Awesome. That was fun. The random evolutions mostly just ended up making me smaller, but otherwise we built exactly the same build. My main predator was, of course, poison mushrooms, as it should be, and my main prey was the bewares. So, once again, a really fun run. And that'll be it. As always, my friends, hope that you enjoyed this video, and of course, if you have, then feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for potentially more Everything is Crab, if people keep enjoying this, and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.